What's up, guys? Another day in the outdoors. This video is probably going to be a little different, so might not be as interesting. I don't know. Stick around. Hey guys, welcome back to Beach Bluff Outdoors. You know who I am. If you're new here, I'm Mark. This channel's what, 6, 7 years old, and it's mainly just life in the outdoors, doing outdoor stuff. But today's gonna be a little different, so this will probably be my last video before I go to Montana. We're going to Montana to hunt black bear, hopefully color phase black bear. That's what we're shooting for. But today, so before I go, apparently my bees are going to be ready. So we got a couple of hives we got to get assembled and set up, and we got to get everything ready to transport nukes from another state. I already got my stuff in with the Department of Agriculture, and yeah, we're gonna get everything together, get these brood boxes put together. I don't know if I'm gonna assemble the frames, probably not. And then I've got an extra hive I got to put in storage. But yeah, we're going to get all that set up, get these hives assembled, and then we're going to go set up the hives. And then we're going to do a final pack shakedown, like a final loadout, because there's things like my tripod and my trekking poles and stuff I got to get attached. And I got to load my ammo book. I got to get all my licenses together. Get everything ready to go. We go to Montana in 18 days. So hopefully, it's probably going to be like 3 weeks, but y'all are used to that for me. So my next video will be the trip up there, hunting. So let's go get these beehives put together before we get into the pack. So today, it may be a little windy out here, I don't know. And I'm not going to adjust the camera to keep me right. We're just going to get this put together. But these are Bee Castle. It's the whole assembly from Bee Castle. It's 2 brood boxes and a super with all the frames. I'm probably not going to be assembling the frames, and a lot of this is already put together, so we're going to put a lot of it in storage. But we're going to get this hive put together and go get it set up. So it's got a solid bottom board. So that's already done. Housekeeping always comes first, right? So there's the medium. These are super easy to put together if you've ever put one together. There's a front and a back, or sides, however you want to look at it. And they literally just lock together. Although, I should have brought a hammer, because I always need a hammer. Get it locked together, stick a couple screws in it. one box. We're going to get this other box put together and then get all of our stuff together, and I'm going to finish up tidying up in here. I got to consolidate all my stuff and get all this packed back up, but then we'll go get it set up. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get all this cleaned up and situated and stored, basically. And then we'll go get this hive set up. So, we're already running a double brood and a super on our main hive, which we're growing. I'm adding nukes every year. We had one hive that did not overwinter. Out of my 2 last year, I had 2 this year. So 7-4, I'm only going to end up with 3. So luckily I had a lot of comb and everything from last year. So that should jumpstart my hives this year. I had enough comb for both hives, you know, because I was running a double brood. So we're going to set up 1 brood. I have 4 left. And I have 3 hives. So I've got plenty of boxes. Actually, I have 5. And I've got enough supers. We're actually in really good shape. So we're going to get over here. I'm going to see how my bees are acting in the bee yard. And we're going to get this hive set up. And then I got to go run some errands in town. And we'll break this pack down. I mean, full breakdown: food, ammo, weapon, GPS, you know, the works. And because this will be my final breakdown. I've got a tote with the rest of my food and my final camp supplies. So we're ready to go up the mountain. So let's go take care of some bees. So we're going to give them their space, and we're going to do this as non-intrusive as possible. I only have to set up a base, a brood box with an entrance reducer, inner cover, and a lid. But I'll let you see my bees. So they're busy today, so we're going to try to do this very non-invasively and quickly. So I also have, I've already got 1 hive. That's my main hive. That's just the middle is the boxes. Those boxes, it's just where I put my frames and stuff when I'm working my hives. But then this hive over here is the one that died off last year. Oh. So there's the end of the setup for this year. So let's go get this done. Sorry for y'all looking at my butt there at the end, but I had to adjust that entrance reducer. This particular hive has been pretty docile. They've been pretty tame, which has been good. They've been really easy to handle. And you see they're busy. I mean, they're booming. I hope these other two do as well. Hopefully by the time I get back from Montana. Mainly when I probably go to harvest honey, I can add a super. I hope they grow that quick with already having frames built out, but we'll see. Love my bees. They're so peaceful. I got friends and family that's constantly asking me for honey. I was like, man, I'm new to this, y'all. I'm still learning. But we're off to a pretty good start. The bee barn in Paducah, Kentucky, Mr. Chuck. Sorry, pulling the legs up on my tripod. Mr. Chuck at the bee barn in Kentucky is definitely the go-to resource around this area. He has been a wealth of information and kindness and advice. I have a lot of respect for the man. And, you know, he runs a bee supply store, and his prices are more than reasonable. Actually, I order my hives online only because they're wax coated. I don't like painting them. He sells raw wood, which is fine. I was lazy, to be honest. But hopefully we'll be harvesting honey, and I can just watch them all day. Hopefully we'll be harvesting honey probably mid-July, maybe early August. I actually haven't even broken into the hive. I've just kind of left them alone. But we got 2 more nukes, so anyway, go run some errands, and we'll get into this final packing list. We'll be back. So you guys have followed the channel a while. You know that I'm like crazy about Monster Energy. Well, you know, a while back I had a bunch of health problems, and I really had to change the way I do things. I had to get healthier. I've been losing weight, been going to the gym, and I had to get away from these guys. I know they say they're sugar-free. Talked to my heart doctor. He was like, I really wouldn't be doing it. So I was in search of a new energy product. I found one. Been using it for a while. I really liked their product, and I finally worked out a deal. They're going to give you guys a discount, thanks to me, because I really want to promote their product. W Energy. Got real big in the gamer community. They got real big, you know, with gamers chugging this stuff. But I'm not a gamer, but I'm going to be like the first outdoor guy. They have a hydration formula that I'm loving since the weather's warmed up. But it is sugar-free. The flavors are 100% unique. You're not going to find them anywhere else. It's made in the USA. And if you enter the promo code Beach Bluff Outdoors, you get 10% off your order. It's just one little scoop of this stuff. Fill this thing up with water, and it's a monster. The equivalent of a monster. I've been doing it. No, really, the jitters and the kind of crash that you get from Monster. So I'm really liking their product. Go check them out. Get 10% off, and tell them Beach Bluff Outdoors sent you. If I have learned anything about beekeeping, it's that nothing ever goes as planned. So we got our nukes. I was just going to go directly into the pack shakedown, but I guess we're going to install these nukes. So I'm going to change the battery on my camera because I didn't know it was dead. And then we're going to get going. Always something. I don't know if y'all, how much y'all can see because I got the camera zoomed in on the hives, but some of my hives I can actually work with no coat. I say some of them. That one big white one over there, those bees are really, really docile. These girls, which keep in mind I picked them up in the nukes yesterday and then it set into raining, so they were sitting in our greenhouse all night, and a lot of them have gotten out of the actual nuke box, but I really didn't want to take a chance on them with no coat. And I actually bought a new coat yesterday. I kind of wish I would have wore it. It's a Comfort Pro. But we're going to get over here and get started. Generally, I don't use entrance feeders, but because of my Montana trip, I wanted my wife to be able to feed them while I'm gone. So we're going with entrance feeders. I don't know what y'all can see. Let me get this. But one of the nukes, pretty much completely dead. The other one looks really good. So they're doing really well. I'll see if I can show you. Still got a lot of bees buzzing around. They're doing really well. But what we're going to do is we're going to get off here. So there were still a few living bees in that nuke. I mean, literally a few. But I'm going to leave that nuke box there. I'm going to get off here, get my gear loaded up, and go get away from the bee yard and give them some peace. And then we're going to call the apiary we bought from. Mr. Chuck's a good guy. I think I'm going to go ahead and do a hive inspection while we're here on our good hive. Just because we're suited up, and I think it would be a good time just to go ahead and knock it out. But then we got to go make this phone call. So actually, I am going to set you guys back up and zoom you in over here, because we just want to check the honey super. I'm not looking for the queen. I'm not looking for stores. I just literally want to see if they're making honey, and then we'll go call Mr. Chuck and see what he recommends. Honey super's full. I don't know whether to go up another super or not. We'll pull that one and start and do some reading on that. I'm still new at this. Well, this definitely was not the plan for the day, and things have changed drastically. So, I did that hive inspection that you all were watching, and I went over just to take a peek at my big hive, the one that we were going to harvest from this season, because I was going to wait till I got back from Montana, which is from now about a month when I'll be back. I put that super on in early April. I figured it would hold till like June. Well, it's not. It's full. There's no room. So we're going to throw 10 super frames together. And I got to find a container because I ended up using the one I bought for this process to hold a bunch of extra equipment that I bought. And I was watching some videos online, and they were saying that you could use a cooler when you harvest your frames, because it'll keep bees out of it because they seal. So I'm going to see if I can find a cooler to harvest frames. I still got to clean up my mess from earlier. One of the nukes was dead that we purchased. I've tried to get hold of the bee barn. I know they'll make it right, but I've yet to be able to reach them. They're probably in the bee yard. I know they're getting nukes out to everybody. The other nuke is doing great. So far, we'll see how it survives, but it looked great, looked healthy. But we're going to throw these 10 frames together real quick. And then we're going to go pull. Yeah, we were going to get to this whole backpack thing, but it looks like now we're going to harvest honey. So there may not be a backpack in this video. I may have to do another video. So I don't know. But right now we're going to harvest honey. So here we go. Okay, we're going to throw these 10 frames together real quick so we can get on with it. If you can't see, I'm sorry. There is a huge glare. So here's how I'm guessing this process, or here's how I'm going to say this process is going to go. Which probably, most assuredly, means it will not, in fact, go that way. But I'm going to get y'all set up over here. I'm going to take the cooler, I'm going to get my smoker going, and we're just going to smoke them a little. I don't want to put a lot of smoke in the honey, but we're going to pull the frames, put them in a cooler, and put a frame back. Pretty straightforward. Probably not going to go that way, but we're going to try. So I'm going to get my coat on, get my gloves on, I'm going to go harvest some honey. Okay, I'm going to go get my gloves on, and then we're going to open the lid. I'm going to have my cooler over here. We're just going to pull frames and put frames back. So here we go. I didn't disturb them too much. You can see they're just blasting away. I actually left 2 frames in there because they weren't capped. Oh, I'm soaked. The new nuke, which is that guy, is actually doing really good. They seem to be just fuzzing and buzzing. That's the one that had all the dead bees, but I went ahead and put all the frames from the nuke into the hive, and they're going in and out of the hive, so I don't know. But if the queen's dead, it doesn't matter. I work like a day, off a day, work a day. So maybe first of next week, we can get out here and look, and we'll get out here and look at it and see. You know, I don't know, they may make their own queen. I don't know what they're going to do. But I still got to talk to Mr. Chuck. He's probably out on the bee yard today. So leave everything alone now, keep them fed. So I got to go pick up some more pine needles, because that's what I use to get my pellets going. And I might have to order some more smoker pellets because I'm out. But yeah, I'm gonna go collect some pine straw, pine needles, and then I'm gonna swing by the shed because I had like 3 extra frames. I need to put them away, put my tools away, and I guess the next thing y'all see will be spinning out honey. So gotta get busy. All right, I'm not sure how to really make this work, but so we gotta. My granddaughter's puppy. That's gonna be going on. I guess we'll just point the camera this way and we'll decap it and then we'll put it in there. Never actually harvested honey before, so I guess we'll see. Well, that was 3 out of 7. Now we spin. So there's probably going to be like a whole segment of the harvest that got cut out because my battery went dead and it corrupted the file because it was in the middle of recording. So I probably don't have anything. I don't know. I won't know till I go back and look at it. But we got all the frames harvested. Currently straining out the wax caps. That's a gallon jug. But I'm going to put this back on the tripod. We're going to clean this out. And then we're going to start on this gallon jug. And probably not going to turn the camera back on till we get ready to pull our first jar. Just because it'll be our first jar. So we'll be back. Alright. We're on the last battery of the day. We got jars. We're fixing to make our first run. Well, I'm going to wrap this video up. I guess we're not getting to a pack shakedown. we'll do that as our final video before Montana. But we ended up with 12 pints and pretty much a full quart. And that was out of 7 frames that have only been on there, what, 5 weeks? So we'll probably harvest again. Probably won't harvest off of either one of the other hives, and I finally did talk to Mr. Chuck, and I think he's just going to replace that nuke. So we're actually in pretty good shape. But we're going to take some honey to our neighbors, because that's what you do when you live way out in the country. And who's that one for?
Well, we got 3 neighbors across the street.
And then that's what country folks do. And then we're going to make some biscuits. We're going to have some biscuits and fresh honey. And some peach jelly my wife made, what, last season? So, yeah, there you go. W Energy, you get 10% off. Use the code BeachBluff Outdoors. I'll put that in the description. We'll have probably one more video before we go to Montana. We'll do a full pack shakedown only because I have to go through all my gear and make sure everything's ready to go because we leave in
2 weeks.
2 weeks. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry this turned into a B video instead of what few chores I had left to get done around here video. So, oh well, my first honey harvest. I'm tickled. So, it was fun. But we'll see y'all in the next video.